What's going on, everybody? It's How To Tuesday. We've had a lot of questions from the audience about winterization of boats, how to take care of a boat when you're not using it, what is the proper procedure for getting ready for an oncoming winter, how do you best prepare your boat, how do you best take care of your boat? You got a big investment, it's very important to take care of it. I have my friend Scott Shimtoff. He's here from Empire Covers. He's going to talk to us a little bit about boat covers and what you're looking for in a boat cover. But before we even get there, if you're going to have an extended period of time without using your boat, there are definitely things that you have to do. And there's some things that you have to do in other areas than the Florida Keys. We're very fortunate in the Florida Keys that we can use a boat 365 days a year. And we don't have to go through the winterization process that many people do throughout the country, where you probably should take the boat to a mechanic and have them properly winterize the boat. One of the big things that we do have to think about in the Florida Keys, though, is battery maintenance. And depending on what kind of battery you have, if you're going to be leaving a boat for an extended period of time, you really need to look into the type of battery that you have and what that maintenance is. We use lithium batteries from Lithium Pros, and the best thing is to charge them up and then take them completely off. Take the power cord completely off of the battery, and it'll sit there. And whenever we're ready to go back, that battery will be charged and ready to go without having to charge it at all. It will hold a charge for a long time. Other batteries, lead acid batteries, you're going to want to put them on a trickle charge. It's very important that you find out exactly what batteries you have, go to the manufacturer's specifications, and then act accordingly with those recommendations from the manufacturer. Because if you are trying to, you can actually kill a battery by trying to maintain it. So you want to do that right, so that when you get back to your boat, when you get back to your vacation house, when you get back to your area where you keep your boat, or the winter's over, that boat's going to be ready to roll. You're going to be able to charge it right up, and your batteries are going to last a lot longer. So that's something that is very, very important to us, even if we're going to go on an extended period of time where we're going to be fishing inshore versus offshore. We put the skiff up for a little while, or put the offshore boat up for a little while. The battery maintenance is huge. Now, whether or not you're in the Florida Keys, covering your boat can also be one of the best ways to maintain your investment. Our situation is that the Florida Keys sun is incredibly strong. It'll wreck your upholstery. The sun and the salt will basically kill anything. It's a very difficult environment. So the thing that we do is to cover the boats. If the boat is going to be sitting there, covering the boat is the best way to protect your investment. You can give it a good wax before you put it up for a while. That's great. But getting it out of the sun is huge. So Scott's I wanted to talk to you because this is your business. This is what you do. And there are a lot of choices out there. You can get all different kinds of fabrics. You can get all different kinds of boat covers. What is it that you would suggest for somebody, especially, let's talk about first in the Keys, like in the Keys or Florida, where you're going to really be trying to protect it from the sun, from dirt, from leaves falling in the trees, more so than winter environments. We'll get to that next. But what are we looking for when we start shopping for a boat cover?
Great question, Tom. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're dead on. Even in winter areas, cold weather areas, the sun is still beating on your boat. So UV rays are a very powerful force and can easily damage anything, especially on a boat. So you alluded to it a little bit. Your upholstery, will start fading and cracking. If you have teak on your boat, it'll start fading. It basically destroys everything, especially with the salt in the air. Yes. As well, like you said. That'll cause rust, metal parts, essentially in your electronics. You spend so much money on those electronics, you want to keep them protected. I've seen electronics get faded and just kind of worn down. They start not looking like new anymore very quickly.
Right.
So, a cover is the most affordable way to protect your boat. Um, it's all about protecting everything that's inside the boat. There's so many things that can happen, even besides the UV rays, which are obviously prevalent. I went to college at University of Miami. I know all about the crazy sun down there.
Yeah.
I used to go fishing all the time with my buddies. So yeah, we dealt with that all the time. But especially for a lot of people that trailer their boat out to their fishing spot. Once you trailer that home or to wherever you're parking, especially if you're parking under a tree, all sorts of debris can happen when you're parked under a tree. You got obviously leaves, you got pollen, you got tree sap, you got even bird poop.
Right.
You start parking under a tree, all sorts of things start happening. So the tree might help you protect you from a lot of the UV rays because you got shade, but then you're opening yourself up to a whole host of other potential things that you want to protect against. So, but definitely UV rays are the biggest thing that you want to protect against and will cause the most damage to your boat.
Right.
But
Certainly in the area that we are, I mean, man, that is absolutely the worst thing. And then one of the things that I was thinking about too is like a lot of people will keep their boats in a boat barn, but it'll be on a rack storage. And if you're not on the top rack, or even if you are, I mean, some of those buildings, you're in the saltwater environment. There's rust. There's all kinds of things. You even get up on the top rack of a pretty nice boat barn, and there's still stuff falling from the ceiling. And certainly, if you are on the bottom rack, you're getting the stuff from the boats above you. Which you get back to your boat, you can be pretty disappointed. There's rust stains all over it, and again, the cover is the sacrificial kind of barrier that keeps all that stuff out. And so when we're looking for a boat cover, I mean, like when I get on your website, there are a lot of different covers to choose from. Most of the covers that you have are offered in a couple of different fabrics or deniers. What can you tell us the difference between what you offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So all of our boat covers are marine grade polyester. They're all treated with UV treatments to help with protecting against UV. The biggest difference between the different levels of covers that we have are the denier, which is essentially is a way to kind of measure the thickness of the threads. So polyester is a woven material. So there, thousands, millions of threads going in and out. So we have an 150 denier cover, 300 denier cover, 600 denier cover, and 1200 denier cover right now. And the thickness of that denier determines the overall weight and heavy dutiness of the cover. So some people prefer the lower deniers because they want something more lightweight, maybe more in seasonal use.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of our customers, opt to get a second cover, which might be the 1200 denier cover, Aqua Armor. And that is a heavy duty, outdoor winter storage cover. So it's still manageable to put on and off, but it's definitely more heavy duty than the lower denier covers.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's a good idea. Like, I mean, if you're parking under a tree, you're unlucky enough to have a tree, the only place that you can park your boat. You might want that light cover just so that's your everyday cover. You keep the leaves out of your truck or out of your boat with that. But then, when you're dealing with a 24, 28, 30 foot boat, and I mean, that's a lot of material. So the lighter fabric could make a big difference in how manageable that cover is. And you could probably, being able to single hand that cover versus needing some help with it, I would imagine with a much heavier material. Now that heavier material, that's kind of what you would suggest for, like, if it's going to sit for a couple of months, that's that's what you're looking for. And then you have the lighter one for kind of daily use or in season use, like you mentioned, which is that's interesting. Now, on your boat, on your website too, there are a bunch of boat manufacturers listed. And so are those, if you find your boat manufacturer and the size of boat and everything on your website, um, that cover is made specifically for that boat?
Um, yes and no. So we have about 5 to 8 different sizes for different configurations of boats. So we have covers for V-hull boats. We have covers for center console boats. We have covers for uh, flat front skip boats. We have covers for um, hard top boats, that come with
Yeah.
the installed bimini top. And we have about 5 to 8 different sizes of each one. And so we've done all the math, we've done all the upfront research on all the make model years of boats. And so we've essentially narrowed it down to, based on the boat that enter in our website, this is the best size that we've
Okay.
found to fit your boat.
And then what if you don't find your manufacturer on there? What do you suggest?
If you happen to not find it, we also give an option to um, search by type of boat and size. So if you go to our boat covers page, you'll be presented with our, make model year selector at the top. And then right below that, you'll see different illustrations of different shapes of boats. And you'll want to click into one of those and then pick your size. And then boom, you get the perfect size for your boat.
Okay. And then if someone were to get a cover, let's say, and they have some sort of add-on kind of bimini top or something, on the boat that they get the cover and it doesn't fit properly. What's the policy there?
Well, we have a 30-day money back uh, guarantee for all of our products, and we deal with that quite often, where people kind of take a leap of faith and, hey, this size will work,
Right.
without actually measuring their boat. So we advise everyone to measure their boat, um, and but we're more than happy to help our customers get the right boat. So if they're still interested in the cover, we'll send them out in exchange.
Oh, that's good. Because sometimes you could even measure the boat, but if you got like a trolling motor in some kind of strange uh, mounting place, or I don't know, people put all kinds of stuff on their boats. They mount rod holders on there that weren't on the boats before, and they could, you might need to have a larger boat cover. And those are things that you don't really think about when you're measuring the boat. Okay, it's a 24-foot boat, and then you don't think about this rod holder that you put on. So maybe you might need a bigger one for something like that. But it's good.
The biggest thing that I see, Tom, is people will put in one of those hard tops,
Hmm.
like aftermarket. So the thing with that is, it's a really easy thing to kind of figure out on our website. So you basically want to pick that hard top option in the type and size, and then you just select your length of the boat.
Hmm.
So like if your boat was standard without a hard top, and then you decide to get one, that's when you would go for that jumbo hard top option that we have on the website.
Gotcha. And then that you guys have done the math to include that height into the cover, and so it's going to
Yep.
have a lot more material. And then,
Mhm.
luckily, hopefully, everybody that's trying to cover their boat is going to have an extended period of time when they're actually using the boat, and they don't have to cover it. That's why we all have boats. We want to use them every single day. We want to get out there as much as possible. If you use the cover, let's just say all winter, and then you put it up, is there anything special you need to do to the cover before you put it up, hopefully for 6 months, and not have to use it again? How do you store the cover? Is there anything you need to think about?
Um, to store the cover, not really. You kind of just want to fold it up nicely. and keep it, handy for when you need it.
Is it
There's nothing.
important that it's dry when you put it up? I would imagine
Yeah,
that it would be.
yeah, that is one thing that you want to do. You want to, if it was wet or it has a lot of dirt and you kind of want to hose it off. So you might want to hose off any debris, spread it out, let it dry out, and then fold it back up. You're
Gotcha.
right. You definitely do not want to bundle it up when it's still wet because, just like if you do that to a pair of jeans or shorts or shirts, it's going to start smelling funky.
Yeah, mildew. And, that's the thing to think about because people get excited. It's like the first day of summer, like we're going to take the cover off, we're going to throw it in the garage. And, and, you come back and then it's all mildewed and nasty after a while.
Right.
But getting that dried off is a big deal. All right, cool. Well, I hope that has answered some of the questions that people have about the winterization process. I'm no expert when it comes to mechanics. I would definitely suggest going to a certified mechanic and having your engine winterized by a certified mechanic. Unless you are super handy, you could probably read the owner's manual and probably handle it yourself. But that's something that you don't want to mess up on. You don't want to leave any water in your engine, have it freeze. That can be big problems. But the things that you can take care of yourself are covering it from the elements. And I know that Empire has a special for the listeners of this show. Do you want to tell them what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. So for TRP listeners, we have a special promo code. So if you go to empirecovers.com/TRP, you'll get an extra 15% off your order. So if you go to that /TRP URL, the code will automatically apply. If not, then all you have to do is once you're in the cart, you just enter in the code and boom, you get the extra 15% off.
Right on. So 15% off your boat cover, and it's coming up. So, man, I mean, we are getting close to Thanksgiving. I can't believe the year has gone that fast, but yeah, it's almost Thanksgiving. So if you need a boat cover, go to empirecovers.com/TRP and you can get one quickly. How quickly could you get one, Scott?
You can get it within a week.
Within a week? So you have pretty much covers for all different types of boats ready to roll?
Yeah, we have full stock inventory. But they're definitely going fast. I mean, everyone's buying boats recently.
Yeah.
Orders been picked up, so you got to get it while it's hot.
Right. Well, it has been a great year for buying boats, and I would imagine that the business is probably pretty good. But if you are ready to get your boat taken care of for the winter, now's a great time to do it. They're stocked up, ready to roll. Go to empireboatcovers.com/TRP. You can take care of that 15% discount as well. And Scott, do you have anything new coming up or anything that you want to leave us with?
Yeah, actually, we're coming out with an exciting new product. Should be dropping hopefully next week on our website. It's been a huge customer request. It's a mooring cover. So it's a cover with a nylon rope ratchet system, which allows the boater to put the cover on while the boat is in the water.
Oh.
So yeah, it's an exciting new cover. We're very excited about it, and it also comes with the same straps and buckle system. So it's actually a 2-in-1 type of cover where you can actually trailer it, on the highway with no worries. But you can also use it while mooring.
Okay, so you said that you can put the cover on while it's in the water. So obviously you need access to it. Needs to be up against a dock or something so that you can be outside of the boat to put it on. But it's this ratchet strap that allows you to not have to throw the straps under the boat. Is that what's going on there?
Right. So basically you put it on along the outside of the boat while you're in the boat.
Yeah.
Dock, kind of put the rest of it on, and then you can tighten it all up with the ratchet system.
Oh, that's pretty slick. Maybe that do you see that working well enough that it would just kind of replace the other type of system where you have to put the straps under the boat?
No, because we still advise using the straps while trailering.
Okay.
That is the best way to secure it onto the boat. So we got a lot of requests from people, while they're in the middle of their boating trip, they might have docked up at a marina, or they might have docked up at one of those cool restaurants and
Mm-hmm.
bars that might be on the waterway, or they're on they park in a boat lift on their dock. So this makes it a lot easier to put a cover on while it's kind of in the water.
Got it.
You don't want to pull it out. You don't want to pull the boat all the way out the the driveway where you pull the boat out of the water.
Right.
So you want to keep it in the water. You have this boat cover on, and you tie it with the ratchet system, and boom, you're ready to go. To the marina, go get lunch, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, that's the kind of boat cover that I would think that a lot of people that are keeping their boats in boat barns would want that cover as well, because you're kind of leaving the boat, you're tying it up to the dock, you're putting the cover on, and then the forklift's going to pick it up and put it, in the barn for you. So you're not really looking for a cover that'll handle a hurricane or trailering or anything like that. You're just trying to keep the rust and grease and everything else from the boat above you off of your boat, which is that's a good idea, because I've seen some boats come out of boat barns and you think you're doing the right thing for your boat, but man, they come out looking terrible. Rust stains and grease and everything all over them.
A lot more affordable than, a full wrap of your boat.
Right. Got it.
Which is kind of like a one-time thing. This, you put our cover on and you can keep reusing it.
Right. Got it. All right. That sounds awesome. So that's empireboatcovers.com/TRP. And if you go there in a week or so, you can check out the mooring cover. Otherwise, you can go and check out all the different covers that we talked about today. It's a great investment, man. You've made a huge investment in your boat. Now you're going to, make a small investment to protect it. So Empire Boat Covers, they got the best customer service and just tremendous reviews. Go check them out on their reviews. You can see that these guys are going to help you out. They're going to make sure that you get the right product. Huh?
Slight correction, Tom. It's empirecovers.com.
Empire Covers. Right. empirecovers.com/TRP. Sorry about that. You don't want to go to the other one because you might not get the 15% discount.
And that's a good point too, Tom. We cover way more than just boat covers. We cover cars, we cover RVs, which are huge right now. We cover jet skis, ATVs, motorcycles. We even have a sister site, empirepatiocovers.com, which will cover everything on your patio. Right now, everyone's got to cover their grill. Everyone's been grilling all summer. Maybe down where you are in Florida, you're grilling all year. But where I live in Pennsylvania, I got to cover my grill in the winter. So,
yeah.
We cover it all.
You can get that, all of those other products on empirecovers.com as well.
The patio products are on empirepatiocovers.com.
Okay. And if someone were interested in getting a boat cover, and by the way, I need to get a grill cover and a jet ski cover too, can they take advantage of the TRP discount if they were to order all that stuff too?
Yes, absolutely. And if they want to do it all in one shot, they can call up our toll-free line, and our customer service agents can, put it all together and buy it all together if they don't want to go to the sites separately.
Okay, sweet. So whatever you need to cover, whatever you're getting ready to protect through the winter, they got you covered. See how I did that? See what I did there? They got you covered. All right. Scott, thanks so much for your time today. I appreciate it. And for everybody else out there, we've got a little bit of news. We got a brand new website. You can go to tomrowlandpodcast.com. The website's brand new. Navigation is improved. Everything seems to be improved. A lot of people like it so far. So go there. And if you like it, or if you have suggestions of things that still need to change, hit me up. podcast@saltwaterexperience.com. That's the email address that you can always reach me. And if you have suggestions, good or bad, I'm all ears. Let me know what you think. And if you like this podcast, as always, go to iTunes and rate and review it. That helps tremendously. That's it for today on How To Tuesday. Stick around for next week. We will have another great guest and also some great take-home information for you. All right, that's it for today. See ya.